Many Saint Lucians are looking forward to freely buying alcoholic beverages once again. Usually around this time of the year, concert events including carnival activities gain momentum and the consumption of alcohol goes up. With the government gradually allowing more businesses to open shop, some remain hopeful that the ban on alcohol licenses will soon be lifted. The sale of alcohol was suspended as part of efforts to reduce social interaction and slow the spread of COVID-19. Commerce Minister Bradley Felix disclosed that the suspension of liquor licenses still stands.
There's a lot of conversation and discussions that we had with regards to that sector because, yes, there are quite a bit of requests coming in, and the argument for the opening of or the lifting of that suspension is growing stronger and louder. But the cabinet collectively decided that at this point in time we would give some additional time before the suspension is lifted.
Critics argue that while bars and liquor shops remain closed, Saint Lucians should be able to buy alcohol off the shelves for personal consumption. Felix speculates that there may be a shortage of liquor due to bar owners selling alcohol.
The hard line that had to be taken was the suspension of the liquor license and not necessarily preventing people from consuming publicly or privately because I could tell you that many of the rum shops that we have right now, despite the fact that the liquor license was suspended, they actually have no liquor. Because there seemed to have been quite a bit of backdoor activity. So it's a fact. And a lot of people want the suspension ban so people can replenish, whether privately or whether back into the rum shops. So yes, that discussion was considered initially, whether it should be, rather than putting a suspension on the liquor license, whether there should just have been the issue of private versus public.
Others make a case for lifting the ban on liquor licenses while limiting the amount of alcohol one can purchase. But the Commerce Minister says there are always ways to bypass this strategy.
If the suspension is lifted, whether they should also have further restrictions in terms of the quantity that people would be able to purchase at the various. But you all know that even if that was considered, very easy to beat that system. So that argument, may not necessarily be a strong one in terms of controlling the quantities.
The question still remains, when will alcohol be available again? Felix calls on the public to exercise patience as these measures are necessary to keep the nation safe. Until then, he says Cabinet continues to consider all factors in determining the appropriate time to lift the ban on the sale of alcohol. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.